chess is a brutal sport. The candidates is a reflection of that brutality, because in the space of 19 days, you're playing 14 classical games that can stretch on for 6 to 7 hours. Concentration should be at superhuman level. Time pressures can play a role. And this is how, if you look at it, heading into the halfway point of the candidates, this is where the Indian contingent currently faces itself in. Gukesh, the way how he blundered against Ali Reza Firozah, that itself ensured that yes, India's chances of a grandmaster having the sole lead in the candidates has evaporated. Vidit Gujrati, on the other hand, is making a comeback, but some mistakes that he made in the previous games ensured that unfortunately he's behind the pack, not way behind, but he's behind the pack and he squandered some opportunities. Because if we look at what happened at round 7 in the candidates in Toronto, Pragnananda actually had the best result by drawing with Fabiano Caruana. Now, Karwana and Nakamura along with Nepomniachtchi are the 3 favorites for the candidates title. But in this case, Pragg played the French defense and that French defense held out well. Because of that, Karwana could not make any headway, and although Pragg tried to force the issue, it unfortunately didn't happen, and that's why Pragnananda held out for a draw against Fabiano Caruana, which is a very good result for him if he has to move on to the later stage of the candidates. But this result will haunt Gukesh, because for certain periods of time until move 30, he was really dominating Ali Reza Firozah. But somewhere down the line, he blundered in a big way. He fell under time pressure, and because of the pressures that time brings to you, he lost. He squandered a plus 1.6 advantage to lose to Ali Reza Firozah. Gukesh was in great form and he could have taken the sole lead because Nepomniachtchi had drawn with Nakamura. But unfortunately, Gukesh has lost to Ali Reza Firozah, and that's why Nepomniachtchi now has the sole lead, although not by much. Vidit Gujrati, on the other hand, even he too tried. He played rapid chess yesterday in a classical format. He tried to ensure that he built pressure on Nijat Basov, who's not had a good tournament so far. But Basov held his own against a very complicated mid-defense line, and that is why Gukesh, if you look at it, Vidit held out for a draw. And unfortunately, Vidit's chances of getting into the top 3 took a back seat for a certain period of time because he drew with Nijat Basov. And that is why these were the 3 individuals in the open category that had very mixed fortunes. In the women's section, unfortunately, Vaishali lost yesterday, and that's why Humpy's draw meant they had fallen well behind in the women's category. We are seeing only one winner in that. She's a runaway leader at this point, China's Tan Zhongyi, who's got 5 out of 7 points heading into the midsection of the candidates. So, 7 rounds are up, 7 rounds to go. The chase is really hotting up, because from number 1 to number 6, only 1 point is the difference maker. 4.5 to 3.5, it's just a matter of 1 win or a 1 loss now between these 6. Nepomniachtchi is on top with 4.5. Karwana, Pragnananda and Gukesh are on 4, but Gukesh could have had a golden opportunity had he not blundered against Ali Reza Firozah. Then Hikaru Nakamura and Vidit Gujrati are with 3.5 points. Followed by the bottom 2 in Ali Reza Firozah, who could have remained in 8th position, but now he's with 2.5. Nijat Basov is at the bottom with 2 points, and today is the second rest day out of the 4. We are now finished 50% of the candidates, and now we are heading into the final stretch of it. 7 more rounds to go with 1 more rest day in between. Now, after all of this, all these guys are going to face each other yet again. So now the last stage of the candidates is upon us. Let's see if the Indian contingent does not blunder, because if one blunders, they can tumble down very quickly. Pragg, can he do it? Gukesh is in a good position. Can Vidit continue the good momentum that he's built up? We will all see tomorrow when round 8 of the candidates begins in Toronto. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.